Hi guys, it's Kingstone over here. Stuck in lockdown, and I'm bringing you episode 2 of Storytime. Alright, I know Oscar came through last week with this wavy story about how he went to the club. It was unexpected, and it was lit. It was probably the best night of his life, and all that stuff, Yeah, obviously, who doesn't have a great bhawa story? Who doesn't want to bask in the sunshine of having gone out and had a late night, memorable nights? Like, you have those kind of nights where maybe 5, 10, 15 years later, when you have like your 15-year-old son, you sit him down and you're like, hey, youngin, let me tell you about how, it used to be lit, how I used to do it back in the day, obviously. And yeah, Oscar has that. I'm sure I have that story, but come on. The positive experiences, they're important. They're fun. Who doesn't want to experience the positives? But me, I'm more about, I'm more about the negative experiences. I really respect how a negative experience shapes your perspective, and it really makes you value the positive experience. Like, if you go through something really bad, if you go through a really bad experience when it comes to something, the next time you do it, you're gonna really want to do things right, So that's kind of like how I, ended up being, so good at this turn up thing and having fun and, going to events and actually making the best out of it, even though, sometimes things don't really come together nicely, but you really gotta make the best out of it. But then it all started like with my first ever, foray into, the turn up life, nightlife, how it is, man. So that's the story I'm gonna give you guys. Yeah, I know you wanted another feel good, everything happy ending story. Yeah, obviously, who doesn't want those, But I'm more about, let me be the Debbie Downer and tell you about how I had the worst rookie night of my life. Why is it a worst rookie night? Like, obviously, once in a while you're gonna have bad nights, but I had that bad night not because of the fact that I wasn't, it was more because I was just a rookie. I was new to that stuff, right? So what had happened was, me, if you didn't know, I learned at Kutama, right? I learned at Kutama College. So it was one of those, mission schools, boarding schools. You spend the whole 3 months down in the bundu, all you have are gigs with girls' high schools. And it was also a single sex, it was a boys' high school. So all we had were gigs, and probably just, trips to other schools, sports, debate, that kind of stuff, So it wasn't really, like an immersive experience when it comes to like turn up and stuff, because you can't really do that. You're still a baby, basically, That's what I think, right? So Law 6 holiday comes, like that was December 2014 comes, right? So this friend of mine, his name was Dean. His name is Dean, actually. His name still is Dean, guys. It hasn't changed. So, we're really close, and we really just wanted to experience how, how life works and how turn up works and everything. So he had just gotten his license. And me, I was still, trying to convince my mom, like, hey, I'm old now, can I go get a license? That kind of stuff. So he was probably the only one with a license at the time. And he was like, yo, bro, it's New Year's Eve. Yeah, crazy. This is crazy because it was actually New Year's Eve. It wasn't even one of those, like, we just came from school or whatever. Nah, it was actually December holiday, New Year's Eve. The whole, I think, because we used to close between the 6th and the 8th of December, I think that week. So between there and, the New Year's Eve, like, we'd been planning, we had this group. It was, I think the name of the group was New Year's Live or something like that, So like we really wanted the shit to be lit. We wanted it to be lit. They don't really fire, is it? But then as I think it initially started being 5 of us, if I remember correctly. It was me, Dean, this guy called Simba, this guy called Taco, still good homies of mine. Like we learned Katama, all of us. Alright, so we're in the group and we're talking, and I think Penis was in the group. So Penis, shout out to you, boy. So we've been planning like from even when we were at school. We're planning like we're gonna have a late New Year's Eve, get into 2015 proper, that kind of stuff. Then as the days went by, Christmas on, are like, yeah, you know what, hey, my parents are like, I can't go out with you guys on New Year's Eve, blah blah blah. So everyone just started flacking and leaving the group. It was just me and Dean left now. So me, I get some breaks, Dean get some breaks. We're like, oh man, we can be doing taxis and all that like the whole night. So it's around 12 p.m. on the 31st of December 2014 then. So me and Dean were like, bro, let me come to your house first, and then maybe we just eat some food and just chill and just plan this out. So if you use it, confirm what Biko is. Like, we didn't really learn the art of Biko, we didn't really learn the art of Kubika my baby and that kind of stuff. So we didn't even think about that. We just wanted us to experience the nightlife and all that kind of stuff. So we didn't even think about the girls. We're just telling girls, we're going out. That was so amazing at the time because everyone was still doing that jailbreak stuff. Usually, like from mission schools, obviously, if you were, learning in Harare in the CBD, you would have experienced it. But us, this was such new experiences for us. So Dean is like, let's try and get a car like from my mom or something. But then his mom's like, no, you're not going out. You can't go out with a car. It's dangerous. New Year's Eve. You know what I'm saying? So it was very tricky at the time. So what we end up doing? What we end up doing is we get into town. Me and Dean around 2-3 at the time. 2-3. We get into town. Then when we get into town, we find this nigga. This Zimpost own. He's a Zimpost own. He's like, yeah, fana, what's up? Let's go to Jimuita saying New Year's Eve. And then we're like, bro, we're just chilling. We're trying to find transport for us to make plans. Because our plan was we were going to hit... No, it wasn't even called Pablo's at the time. It was called H2O, yeah. Those are the last days of H2O and Mecca and that kind of stuff. So those are the last days of H2O and Mecca. So we said we were going to hit Mecca and then maybe we hit Plus One. Because Plus One was still very new at the time. So they said maybe we hit Plus One. And then there was this place called Wingwa. Yeah, I remember correctly. The place was called Wingwa. So one of our niggas, his name is Ice. Shout out to you, Ice. He's like, you know what, guys, I'm in GGG, but I'm still home and it's calm. So can you please at least, just give me updates. I already have the money. Money was very important. Like, it was just $2 day. So all you need was like 10 years. So it's like, I have the money. You just come to my house and you take me and we go. It's going to be 3 of us. It's going to be lit. All right? So we sort of transport. But then we just got so caught up in transport that we didn't even think about the liquor part. And now time is really flying. Time is really going. So we get to, I think it was around 4 or 5. We're still chilling. Those impulse niggas like, don't worry, I got a plan for a car. Then it gets dark now. And my mom starts calling the phone. It's like, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, I want to enjoy New Year's Eve. Actually got mad. He's like, cool, man. If you feel like a girl, let me leave you to it. Then she leaves me alone. Dean's mom's like, okay, cool. So now we're out in the wild. We're rookies out in the wild and we don't even know anything about turn up. And this guy is trying to convince us to give him, I think it was 50 years to rent the car. To rent the car that wasn't even his. The car, I think, was a Familia. It was a Mazda Familia. This greenish Mazda Familia. Is like, you know what, guys? Just give me the 50 years. And like, no, dog, give us the keys first, Because there's no way I'm going to give you money without giving me the keys at least. And I was like, you know what, no, the guy who has the keys is not even here. I mean, we spent like the whole 2 hours just doing that back and forth to the guy. Because it's like, this is the car. Now, in retrospect, obviously, because it's been so many years, I think he was showing us a car that wasn't even his. That was a funny part. So, we got through all that. I think it's now 8 p.m. And when you're a kid, 8 p.m. is very late. You're like, wow. That was the first time for me to be in the CBD, in Harare CBD, and all the lights, like the tower lights are not on. It's like really dark now, and then it was just a scary experience because you really worry, like, when does the fun start? When do we do the fun experiences? All right, so we end up saying, all right, man, you know what, fuck you, we're done with you. He's like, no, like, I mean, the guy made us wait for like
5-6 hours. And Ice is now on the phone like, boys, Murkupi, come and get me, because it'll be hard for me to jailbreak late. 9 p.m. It's now 9 p.m. We're like, what do we do? And me, I'm like, bro, let's just go home. Because me, if you're really my homie, if you know me, like, I'm just one of those guys that would, when something doesn't make sense to me anymore, I'm just like, I'm cool, there's no problem, I'm cool with it, fuck everything, So I got to that point. But then Dean was a very patient person. He was very patient. He was like, no, bro, we promised each other late New Year's Eve, so let's stay in the trenches. Give me ideas, all right? Then I put my thinking cap on, forced to do it. And then I think, but there's this, this is how, like when you're going to party, Avundo, there's those Mishika urns by the close to Copacabana. I'm like, but those ones are making on average like 40-50 US a day off of those trips. So, because those are the days when the combis and the Mishika were just 50 cents. So you do the math and you're like, those ones are making 40-50 US a day. What if you just offer them 50 US and it's late night? Is making a lot of money and you just leave some collateral or something. It's like, that's actually a good idea. So I walk from Zimpos to those Mshika urns. Find this urn with this Nadia. It was a Nadia, a grey Nadia. I don't know, is it a Toyota? I think it's a Toyota Nadia. It's like, what's up, Papa? I'm say, Gigi, how's it? And you know me, I already have a baby face, and imagine me like 6 years ago, so it was, we look like actual babies, like we even looked younger than we were, because we're very short niggas, so we looked even younger. I think like we were like 13, 14, but the guy didn't really care, he just wanted money. Once the head got to 50 years, it was like, wow. And it's like, okay, cool, fine, you know what, it's no problem, just make sure with mangwana by 6 a.m. I mean, I'm like, okay, cool, this is a fair deal. He seems like a cool guy. GGG, huh? We get the car, Dean gets the keys. He leaves his ID, national ID, and his phone. I'm sure those days, I think he had an iPhone. I think it was an iPhone 6. Yeah, an iPhone 6. 5S or 6. I don't really remember the details, man. It was a really shitty night. But then he leaves that as collateral. The guy's like, okay, it's fine, guys. Take the car. Start driving. Me, I start calling Ice. Oh, Ice, we're coming to your house now. GGG. Get ready, bro. It's finally lit. Guess what time it is? It's 10:30. Start driving. Get into Samora. I stays in Grindo, so get into Samora. We get into Grindo, Athlone. We get to his house. You can't be at the gate, like really at this gate. So I think we parked like 2 houses away. We're like calling him like, yo, bro, come on. He jumps out. But I look at him and I remember vividly, he was rocking this FC Barcelona, this Barcelona jersey. And me, I'm in my mind, I'm like, there's no way this nigga is going out. I have neglected to tell you that this whole time, we had not even had a sip of alcohol into our mouth. Like, even a sip of alcohol. It's sip, guys. We hadn't even drank anything. Because we're so stuck up on the transport issue, trying to move around, that we forgot to actually buy alcohol. That's how bad it was. So, I was rocking this Barcelona t-shirt. I'm like, this guy's not going anywhere. And he starts giving excuses. Hey, it's late. You know how it is. Guys, I can't even go out. Guys, it's tricky. I'm just like, it's tricky because you really can't be mad at your homie for that kind of stuff. You just have to be like, it's cool, man. I understand the situation. I mean, you can't jailbreak, it's too late. That's already 10. Now imagine we already wasted fuel to get to Grindo. So we now have to go back. Like me and Dean now. Dean's like, it's cool, bro, no pressure. So at that point, Pablo's was a dead plan. I mean, it was too late. 1 + 1, we couldn't even consider that. So our best bet was Winwa, because it was in somewhere on my shows, corner somewhere in Glen, somewhere there. So we start driving. If you've been in somewhere on my show, Mutari Road, there's this Puma in Masai, like in somewhere on my show. There's this Puma. So as we got like just after Litombo Spa. So as we got to Litombo Spa, the car started cutting. It was just like the car switches off in the middle of the road, man. Like, what's going on here? And then put on some hazards, we check, discovered there's not even any fuel in the car. Like there wasn't even any fuel in the car. Open the bonnet, we see that the battery's not even working proper. Like it was even a dead car, man. Like so to try to start the car, and we had to push it to the Puma Masasa. Guess what time it is? I think it was 11:45 when it got to the Puma. And now imagine you're having to do a countdown in the middle of a fuel queue. But luckily there was no one there. So we get there, remember the good old days. We get there, the fuel gets put in. Cool, it's it. I think it was like $10. So that's a lot, like for just the remainder of the night. We try to start the car. Guess what happens, guys? We try to start the car won't start. I think it was because of the battery issue. And then the fuel attendants like, like, how fuel attendants are always just like, they're just so nice. Like, if you've experienced a very rude fuel attendant, can you just put in the comment section that you have? But I haven't come across a rude fuel attendant. So it's like, for now, let me help you, Gigi. He brings another car. The car jumps us. Guess what time? I think it was like 11:53, when that whole ordeal finished. Now we're trying to race, and I was literally about to cry, man. I was like, I cannot experience New Year's Eve, man. I just I mean, this was just a very bad situation for me. Like I was really hurt because I had really been planning for this the whole time, So we drive to Wingwa. We get to Wingwa, and on our way to Wingwa, that's when the countdown started. Like, you literally hear houses and all that stuff doing the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, yeah! And imagine we are just in the car and we're mad, and the car didn't even have a radio, fam. Like, hey, and we're just in the car and we're trying to race to Wingwa. Get to Wingwa, everyone's doing this wild celebration, like, yes, it's 2015 now, all that kind of stuff. We get there and we're so sad. We park the car, we get out of the car, and then we get there, and they're like, Wingwa is not even a vibe anymore. What do you mean it's not even a vibe anymore? So we get there and people are not even in there. People are outside celebrating, revving their engines and all that kind of stuff. You know how it is. And I'm like, guys, we just went through this whole ordeal for nothing. And then that's when we meet this other KC on. Other KC on, his name was Valentine. He's like, what's up? What's good? What's happening? You're right. I didn't even expect to find you here. He's already drunk, he's lit, and I think he gave us like two or three glasses, of some liquor, just calm the nerves, because I was really pissed off at the time. So after he gives us that concoction, you're starting to feel the vibe, but you feel like, this is a dead place, because we're just drinking in the park and we didn't even get inside. He's like, guess what he suggests? He's like, Akis. Imagine Akis at 1 a.m. dog. He's like, Akis, let's hit Akis. We still got a lot of money, we still got a lot of fuel. Let's hit Akis. Me and Gino look at each other and like, dog, did we just go through this whole ordeal for Archipelago? If you know, you know. If you know Archipelago, you know Archipelago. If you don't know Archipelago, you don't know Archipelago. Alright, so I was driving to the CBD Archipelago. We get there, it's late, everyone's just noise and all that stuff. Alright, now I'm starting to feel it, and I'm a little tipsy. So like when how something, when you've had such a bad night that Archipelago seems like a vibe. That's how bad it was. So getting to Archipelago, the steps, go down. We get there, I'm just feeling the vibe a little bit, and I then got a shot of me and Dean. We got 2 shots of Viceroy, but down the shots, started feeling the vibe a little bit, and then obviously how Akis works. We get a couple of prostitutes, start dancing on us, blah 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 blah. You know how it is. You know how Akis is, man. Yeah. That was a little vibe. We enjoying ourselves, and then all of a sudden, this Valentine owner is like, you know what? I think I gotta make a plan with one of the prostitutes, man. Let me go to the car. Like, what, dog? We didn't agree on that. That's not, like at the time it was such a shocking idea to be doing that kind of stuff, So hey, we're like, no, dog, and we started fighting, like, don't do that. He's like, nah, let me take it. And he was like, okay, cool, no pressure, it's fine. Can I just have the keys? I wanna go sleep. And we just remained. In retrospect, it was that was stupid. Like, who goes back to sleep? Like, who goes back to sleep? At 3 a.m., like the archipelago was lit at the time. And then he goes with the prostitute, like up. So we remain, we dance, we get bored, like we just keep dancing, like it's boring. So we go up, and you have to pay for it. You have to pay $1 every like 10 minutes. So it was really annoying now. So we go up, we get to the car, we find him chilling with one of the prostitutes, like, yeah, and they're doing this little negotiations, like, dog, what are you doing? I thought we said we weren't gonna be doing this. It's like, no, guys, come on. I'm like, nah, man. Let this item go. Let it go. It's like, nah. Like, nah, I want to go. No. And we started really getting mad. Me and Dean, like, come on. We brought you into our plan for you. Just ruin everything. It's like, okay, cool. Just take me home first and then you go home. And I think there was around 3-4 at the time. I'm just really tired of, like, everything we've gone through. So, I'm just like, bro, Valentine. Me and Dean are already tired because we had a very long day. So we leave the Valentine to drive. He starts driving. Me backseat, like it's a night, so it's a 7-seater. So me, I was in the back seat. Dean was in the back seat. We're just sleeping. We're like, bro, drive yourself home. Can pay the Washika by Dean Park. You give us the, you give Dean the car, and then Dean drives. See, Dean drives home, and then I had to actually crash at Dean's house for the night, and that was it. Woke up, and we're just trying to analyze it, like, but then you can't really analyze something like that as it is happening. Just like I gotta recover but I think those days you were just like 2 weeks into the new year, you have to go to school, and we're talking about that like the whole 3 months, like, dog, April 2015, we gotta do something. And yeah, obviously we ended up doing something. We ended up improving this turn-up thing. April 2015, August 2015, December 2015, until like it really became a huge thing. Like I became really good at it to the extent that you become a turn-up king. But then it's just those moments when I look back, like, on the whole experience, and I look back on how turn up has evolved for me, at least on a personal level. I feel like that night is really what shaped me. It really made me understand, like, the mistakes I made and what I had to do right to have a good night. And I guess at the end of it all, as I always say, it's the negative experiences that make the positive experiences worthwhile. So that was it, man. That's my story time. And don't forget, guys, comment, like, subscribe, share. It's quarantine time, it's lockdown time. You can just pay your time to just listen to this stuff, man. Like, it's a better way to just spend your time, man. It's a better way to spend your time. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And thank you for listening, guys. See you next week.